video, Lord Rule aka Mega Blitz. In today's video, we're going to be picking up a deck for the very first time and just giving it a go. I had recorded the very first game that I had played with this deck for today's video, and I'm really excited because this is a deck that is kind of out of my ordinary. I don't really play decks like this. So let's jump right in to that deck list. Alrighty, here we are at that deck list. Raging Bolt EX with Gardevoir EX. Now, one of my favorite things about this deck is Raging Bolt EX not only being the attacker, but its attack Bellowing Thunder for 1 fighting and 1 electric energy 70 times. You may discard any amount of basic energy from your Pokemon. This attack does 70 damage for each card you discarded in this way. So now, I believe there is a Lost Box Raging Bolt deck that did pretty okay at Orlando. We've seen people playing Raging Bolt EX with Palkia and Gardevoir EX as well. But the cool thing is Gardevoir EX's ability Psychic Embrace, as often as you would like during your turn, you may attach a basic Psychic Energy from your discard pile to one of your Psychic Pokemon. If you do, you attack, they put 2 damage counters on it. Can't use the ability if they would be knocked out. So with Raging Bolt saying any basic energy, we could use Gardevoir Ex's Psychic Embrace to put Psychic Energies onto other Pokemon, onto our Kirlias or our Gardevoir Ex itself, and then be able to discard them with Raging Bolt EX's Bellowing Thunder attack to do more damage. And of course, we also got 1 copy of Sandy Shock's EX in here with its ability Magnetic Absorption. Once during a turn, if your opponent has 4 or fewer prize cards remaining, you might attach a basic fighting energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon, and it's a pretty good attacker into decks like Arceus or Arctina or things like that because it does hit them for weakness. So very nice for that as well. Then we got 4 Professor Sada's Vitality in here to kind of just get a bunch of energies onto our ancient Pokemon, being Raging Bolt and Sandy Shocks as well, on top of having that Psychic Embrace as well. I've also seen some people playing, like 1 copy of Drifloon and 1 copy of Screamtail to be able to use that as kind of like a secondary thing, and playing like Hero's Cape with it. I kind of wanted to focus more on just like using Bellowing Thunder as fast and as efficiently as possible to take really big knockouts quickly. So this is the list that I've been playing, and it's been pretty good so far. So we got 4 Raging Bolt EX, 3 Ralts, 3 Kirlia, 2 Gardevoir EX, 1 Sandy Shocks EX, 1 Radiant Greninja, 1 Jirachi, 4 Professor Sada's Vitality, 3 Iono, 2 Arven, 2 Boss, 1 Turo Scenario, 1 Professor Research, 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Nest Ball, 3 Buddy-Buddy Poffin, 2 Super Rod, 2 Rare Candy, 1 Prime Catcher, 1 Instant Booster Energy Capsule, 1 Temple of Sinnoh, 5 Fighting Energy, 5 Electric Energy, and 4 Psychic Energy. Alrighty, let's jump right in to that gameplay. Alrighty, here we are at that gameplay. But before we get into the gameplay here, I gotta give a huge shout out to Kyle Ruff for actually providing a good chunk of the deck list and kind of just the idea for this deck in general. So big shout out to him. Thank you very much. So for going first and second here, our opponent is going to elect to go first. So we're going to be going second here, which isn't too bad. I don't mind going second playing this deck, mostly because if we need to, we can use things like Burst Roar to be able to discard our hand, draw some more cards, have a supporter, things like that. Unfortunately, we can't evolve like Ralts into Kirlias really quickly, but that's okay. So we're going to have a Raging Bolt up here in the active, be able to bench another Raging Bolt, Nest Ball for Radiant Greninja, going to be able to Nest Ball again for a Ralts here, and then I'm going to be able to conceal cards, pitch a Fighting Energy to be able to draw 2 cards, getting to another Raging Bolt and an Arven here. So now I'm going to grab Buddy-Buddy Poffin, and I'm going to grab Ancient Booster Energy Capsule. And the reason I grab the Buddy-Buddy Poffin here is I'm going to use it to get myself 2 more Ralts so I can start getting that refinement engine rolling, hopefully as fast as I possibly can. And then I'm going to attach the Ancient Booster Energy Capsule to it. And I like to not attach a Fighting Energy to Raging Bolt because I didn't want to use Burst Roar because I didn't want to discard the Professor Sada's Vitality and the Super Rod. But we're playing against Goldango here with a Barrel engine, which is very interesting. So we're going to be able to get 2 Barrels quickly evolved to be able to start using that Industrious Incisors. They got coin bonus, so they're going to be able to draw a lot of cards with this deck. And use that Industrious Incisor to get up to 5 in their hand, use a Nest Ball, get a Gimme Ghoul, and then going to be able to just play a couple more cards here. Going to play an Arven, and they're going to find themselves an Earthen Vessel and Hero's Cape, which is actually crazy. That Hero's Cape going to go on that Goldango, making it 360 HP. Earthen Vessel, discard the Mew, get 2 Vital Energy, be able to Industrious Incisors to draw 1 card, and be able to coin bonus to draw 2 more cards, getting up to 7 cards in their hand here. So they've went through about half of their deck just with that one coin bonus and both of those Industrious Incisors, which is really crazy. They were, unfortunately, one energy short from being able to KO that Raging Bolt EX there, only going to be able to do 250 damage. We're going to conceal cards, pitching that Metal Energy. Or sorry, pitching the, not Metal Energy, the Fighting Energy here, and then I'm going to attach the Lightning Energy, Professor Sada's Vitality, put some energies on the Raging Bolt EX, active and bench as well. I'm going to be able to Ultra Ball here, find myself a Kirlia, just do a quick prize check, see what I was kind of missing there. Going to have 2 Kirlias here to be able to start using that Refinement here. I'm trying to find my way possibly into just like Raging, like a Rare Candy, maybe into a Gardevoir EX, so I can start putting some energies onto stuff. But unfortunately, we're only going to be able to do 210 damage to that active Gholdengo, that Hero's Cape, making it really bulky to deal with at 360 HP. Gonna be able to Super Rod, put some 3 Metal Energies back into their deck here. Industrious Incisors, draw 3 cards, get back up to 5 here. Gonna still be able to have access to the other Industrious Incisors and that coin bonus as well. Attach a Metal Energy to the Gimmighoul, bench a Mew EX, Industrious Incisors, draw 2 more cards. But our hand isn't too bad. Even if they end up KOing this active Raging Bolt EX, we can put the other one up in the active. We're going to have a Lightning Energy to attach for turn, Sada's Vitality onto the active Raging Bolt EX, and I have another Raging Bolt EX in my hand, so I can bench that and put some energies onto it as well to draw some more cards. So we're going to make it rain, pitch 1 Metal Energy to KO that Raging Bolt, taking 2 prize cards. So we're at a 6-4 split here. We are kind of still getting set up a little bit, so we're going to be able to bench that Raging Bolt EX here, attach a Lightning Energy to the active Raging Bolt, and then I'm going to be able to concealed cards, pitch the Fighting Energy, draw 2, get myself into an Arven and a Lightning Energy. I don't know why I keep saying metal, probably because I'm playing against Gholdengo. Sada's Vitality, attach 2, draw 3. Going to be able to get into another Kirlia here. So we got 3 Refinement Kirlias just rolling here. We're going to be able to Refinement, pitch an Arven, draw 2, get into a Turos and a Sada's Vitality, evolve that Kirlia into the Gardevoir here. But we have no Psychic Energies, unfortunately. So we're going to keep trying to just find those Psychic Energies and try to keep discarding. So we're going to Refinement here again, discarding some more, getting into a Rare Candy Fighting Energy, going to be able to get into another Gardevoir here. However, I don't actually need the Psychic Energies right now to KO that Gholdengo EX. I'm only going to need to pitch, I believe it's 2 energies to be able to KO. No, sorry, I would have to pitch 3 because 210 plus 140 is going to be 350. So I do have to pitch all 3 here to be able to take a KO on that Gholdengo. So getting through that very bulky Gholdengo with that Hero's Cape on at 360 HP is accomplished. Taking 2 prize cards here at a 4-4 split. You're going to be able to put a Gimmighoul up in the active spot here. Super Rod, putting 2 Metal Energies and a Gholdengo back into the deck. Earthen Vessel going to be able to pitch Energy Retrieval to find themselves 2 Metal Energies. And now we just got to kind of hope they can't find themselves into a Gholdengo potentially, but they're going to attach a Metal Energy to the Mew EX and then continue his Twin Claws and hit 5 heads off of that, doing 100 damage, which is actually insane. I never get heads anytime I play Gholdengo and I have to use continuous Twin Claws. I never get it ever. So we're going to conceal cards here, pitching a Fighting Energy to draw 2 more cards, and our hand is getting pretty bulky, but that's okay. We're going to be able to Professor Sada's Vitality to attach 2 energies here, draw 3 cards, Refinement, pitch the Psychic Energy, and then I'm going to be able to attach the Fighting Energy to the active Raging Bolt here, and I'm going to have, you know, Refinement still active. I'm still going to have Psychic Embrace as well, so we're going to use Refinement to pitch that, I forgot what I even pitched. To pitch a card, draw 2. We're going to get the 2 Psychic Energies here. Psychic Embrace, we're going to be able to put 1 Psychic Energy to the Kirlia here, but we're only going to need to pitch 1 energy to KO that Gimmighoul. So we're going to pitch the Psychic Energy off the Kirlia to KO that Gimmighoul, putting us at a 3-4 split. Now, what I could have done is I could have actually, like, Prime Catchered up into something, attached, retreated to try to KO the Mew EX, but I think just taking the KO on that Gimmighoul felt a little bit more important at the time. So we're going to Refinement here, pitching a Psychic Energy to draw 2, concealed cards, pitching another Psychic Energy to draw 2, decking ourselves, pulling the Prime Catcher to pull up the Mew, putting the other Raging Bolt up into the active spot. So all I had to do was just wait a turn to get there. But now I'm in a position where I definitely got to make sure I put some cards back in my deck, because if I don't, I will lose because I have no cards left in deck. That's one of the crazy things about playing a Gardevoir type deck, or a deck like this, where you're just drawing all these cards constantly. So I'm going to Super Rod here, putting a two Raging Bolts and a Fighting Energy back into the deck. Ultra Ball, gonna pitch Buddy-Buddy Poffin and the Psychic Energy here just to get it into the discard pile. Fail to find off of that. Psychic Embrace to put the energy onto that Kirlia that I discarded off the Ultra Ball here. I'm still going to have access to Refinement, but if I use them, I put myself down to 1 card. But I still have Iono, so I am in a position where I can just kind of save myself a little bit and just put all the cards back into the deck. But we're going to Turo scenario, pick up the Raging Bolt, put the energies in the discard pile. Going to be able to use Magnetic Absorption to put an energy onto the Sandy Shock here. Refinement, pitching Temple of Sinnoh, drawing 2 Raging Bolt EX, putting myself at 1 card left in my deck. Then we're going to Bellowing Thunder, pitching 3 Psychic Energies to take a KO on that Mew EX, putting us at a 1-4 split. So absolutely being able to just overpower our opponent really quickly, taking very fast and efficient KOs with this Gardevoir Raging Bolt deck. And our opponent doesn't really have anything left to do, so they are going to concede to us there, allowing us to get a win in our very first game, actually, of playing Raging Bolt EX with Gardevoir EX. And you absolutely love to see that. Alrighty, let's jump right in to that outro. Alrighty, that's gonna do it for today's video. I'm gonna make sure to put the deck list that I played in today's video in the description below, so you guys want to try it out for yourself, you'll be able to. If you guys are enjoying the content I've been making for you on the channel, don't forget to leave a like, smash the subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace!